There will be times in your designing process that you'll want to make some changes to the shapes or to the patterns that you have loaded in your scan and cut machine. And in this series of videos I will show you how to go about that. So the first thing I will need to do is to load up a shape and click set. So far this is as far as we've got. Next I want to show you the pattern editor window, and that's available through this icon here. If I tap that, we've now got a range of tools that we can start getting creative with. Some of them are illuminated, some are grayed out. And there is a good reason for this. The scan and cut is intelligent, and it's only presenting us with the tools that we can use according to the selections that we've made. So at present I only have one shape on the mat, and that is currently highlighted with a red bounding box. However, the selection tools are grayed out because there is nothing else to select there. There is only the one shape. Because of that reason also, the weld and the group functions are also grayed out. I do however have access to the individual pattern editing screen, which we've previously seen when first loading shapes. So I can change the height, the width, the number of repetitions of the shape on the mat. I can add the seam allowance, I can flip the design, I can also rotate it, I can turn the aspect ratio lock on and off so I can change the height and the width independently. And finally I can turn on and off the draw fill function. So I want to actually show you some of these other tools though, so I need to go back and add some more shapes. So I'll add a couple of different things over here and maybe one more. I'll just add another basic shape for the now. So now that I have three shapes on the mat, I return to my pattern editing screen, and now you can see that the selection tools are now illuminated. I can cycle through these shapes using these two arrows here, and this is useful if you don't want to risk nudging or moving a shape. So if you have loaded up a very complex design and you want to access one of the individual elements of that, you can just tap either of these arrows to move around that selection. If I want to quickly highlight everything that's on the mat, I have this icon here which presents me with two additional options. I can either tap this one to select everything on screen, and you can see how all of them now have a red bounding box around, or I can use the partial select tool to crop out maybe one or more of the other shapes and only select two of the designs. So you can see, very quick and simple to select various different elements that are now on the mat, and you will therefore see, once you have more than one shape selected, that you have access to the weld and the group functions as well. We'll cover those a bit more in a future video. For now though, that's your selection tools done.